Hi, welcome back to my channel. Anyway, welcome to my channel where we discuss books, medicine, nursing, health-related topics, and of course, university. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section, and hit the notification button. My friends, my mom is always like, oh, I can't get my notifications. I go over there, I hit the notification button for her, and then she's like, I still don't get the notifications. So I watched this guy on YouTube called Frank, and Frank is always like, hit the notification button and subscribe and hit the notification button so YouTube can unsubscribe you and never notify you. So that's what's happening with my channel. YouTube isn't notifying anyone, and probably have unsubscribed a few people as well. But hey, you know, we're still here, we're still happy, we're still grateful. So today is the day for a novel. Now, actually, I decided that I'm going to start uploading on Mondays. I do something like something medical, and on Fridays I'll do something novel related. Now, I don't want to say I definitely will do this, because then sometimes I get really busy and I don't have time, and you know, life gets in the way. So that's my hope. Give me a few weeks to sort that out, and hopefully posting will be on Mondays and Fridays. So that's what it's going to be. So today we are going to talk about you can see my books here. So we are going to talk about this one on top, Snapped. Actually not finished. I've got a few pages left, so I'm almost finished. Anyway, I can review it. There'll be no spoilers anyway, so that's great. Now, as you can see, this book is waterlogged. This book I found when I was doing my bookshelf. So you can see my bookshelf. It's all clear. There's nothing on there. And the little one you can't see there. But it's all clear. I've cleared out books. I've sent books to Jamaica, as you can see that video and all of that. So on the bookshelf was this book, and I can't remember reading this book. But of course, I might have gotten it from someone and just never read it. But it's called Snapped, and it's written by Belinda Bauer. It didn't cross my thought to try and pronounce her name first, actually. Belinda Bauer, whatever. There it is. So I was looking her up because I don't think I know of her, and she's written quite a few books that people love. I seem to be late to this party because I don't know of her. So if you are one of my booktube followers and you know of her and you reviewed a book, let me know. I'm wanting to know what you think about her. So this book is called Snapped. So snap decisions can be dangerous. It was nearly an hour since the car had coughed and spluttered and jerked and rolled to a crunchy halt on the hard shoulder of the southbound M5 motorway. That's in England, by the way. That made it over half an hour since their mother had left them there to walk to an emergency phone. Stay in the car, I won't be long. So Woman in Homes' spine-chilling, tension-packed gripper. Belinda Bauer's fiction teems with life. Original, pacey, thoroughly entertaining. Now, I can agree with that. It is original, it's pacey, and it's pacey, not pasty, pacey. And it's thoroughly entertaining. I was entertained. Actually, I like the cover. And I'm like, what does snap means? And when I started reading it, I couldn't put it down. Is that an accurate description? I think I couldn't put it down, but let's summarize the book. Let's go through the book systematically and summarize the book. So, brief summary of the book. It is set in 1999, and the opening scene was gripping. It gripped me. I was on the train when I read the opening scene, and I almost missed my stop. It was gripping. So the opening scene sets a tone for the story, and basically it starts off with 11-year-old Jack and his sisters Joy and Mary, and they were waiting in a broken down car for their pregnant mom Eileen. So Eileen walks off to get help, and she never comes back. A few days later, her body's found, and she'd suffer one stab wound, which was fatal because her body was found. So it was fatal. She died. The first 3 chapters were so gripping. Like, I'm just like, wow, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Yeah, it was really, really gripping, the first 3 chapters. So that's the overall summary of the book. The most important aspects of the book, I think it was really great storytelling. I think it is such a thing that the children actually survived what happened to them. When she was leaving the car, the mom told Jack, who's the eldest, 11, that he was in charge. So since that, he has been in charge, you know. He's been taking care of his sisters, you know, looking after them, to feed them. He was stealing money, he'll steal food, just anything he could get his hands on to feed his sisters because he's in charge. And they were actually living alone because the dad said he couldn't cope and just buggered off. You know, oh, I can't cope, I'll just run away and leave my 3 children because my wife is dead and I can't cope and my children can look after themselves, you know. I don't know, but so basically the story is narrated in several perspectives, Jack being one of them, and him being a young child really, who had grown up now into a teenager, and he was just basically stealing to feed his sisters. Now, in terms of quotes, by the way, I must say, in terms of Jack, there's a lot about Jack that you will love. He is the hero of the story. He's also the kind of big brother that any girl would want to be her big brother. And I say girl because, of course, he's got 2 younger sisters. So, or any guy, but you know, because he's 2 younger sisters, so any girl would like Jack for a big brother because he takes care of them, he looks out for them. Now, you know, when I do my reviews of book, I always pull out a quote. Okay, I've highlighted the page that I want to read the quote from. Before I read the quote, I just want to say this. I'm looking at the relationship between Eileen, who's the mom, and her mom. So just looking at the relationship, and it's strained. I think what I'm finding is that a lot of authors, let me just come out and say what I think. I think a lot of authors is now writing books where the mom and daughter don't get on. They paint mom as a narcissist. They paint mom as a bad person who's self-absorbed and ignore her child. And I think that I don't like that narrative at all. And even the way Jack views his mom is kind of the same way, where Jack is thinking that his mom forgets things, you know, his dad's more responsible. I don't like that. I think it needs to... I don't like these books that are painting women as narcissists and self-absorbed and, you know, not being good parents. That's something to think of. If you've read this book, let me think. If you've read a book that you think maybe you feel like this narrative is being pushed, also let me know. So, having said that, let's read. Oh no, that's Jack. I put it in the wrong page. So now I'm gonna have to try and flip through to find it. What I wanted to say, because I put my marker in the wrong page. Okay. Let's see. Oh gosh, I can't find it. This is terrible. Where am I? How did I put it in the wrong page? You silly cow. No, I don't even know what I was gonna read. Look. I marked the page in the most unfashionable way. No wonder I didn't realize, because I turned the page over. Don't turn your book pages over. No wonder I couldn't find it, because I don't usually do that. I'm not sure what moved me to do that. So it says, almost unconsciously she touched her bump, reassuring the baby that it would always have 2 parents who loved it very much. How are you, Mom? My hands are fat. This is the mom now. My hands are fat, her mom grumbled. She had arthritis, which meant that sometimes she experienced the agony of her diamond rings not fitting. She complained to the doctor about it constantly. She paid good money for those rings and somehow felt that the NHS simply didn't want her wearing them. The NHS is the National Health Service, by the way, in the UK. So Catherine, of course, made sympathetic noises, ha ha ha, and then changed the subject to how was Palma. Palma, of course, is a beautiful island. I think it's Greek island, yeah. So, you know, the mom's like saying stuff, and the daughter's like, you know, in her head, she's saying, Mom, you're a bitch, and all that sort of stuff. I'm not happy with that. Mom's explaining, oh, it's bloody awful being pregnant, is it not? And all of those sort of stuff. And then Catherine is complaining that her mom smoked with her when she was pregnant, and like, it's just taxing. It really is very, very taxing. No wonder I forgot the page. It's very taxing. Very taxing indeed. I just think, and then listen to this. No thanks, Mom. So Mom offered her a fish pie. Oh, I love fish pies. But anyway, Mom offered her a fish pie. Shall I bring you a fish pie? No thanks, Mom. I'm not eating fish while I'm pregnant. Helen snorted. That's the mom. You and your fads. It's not a fad. I want my baby to be healthy. That's all. Fish pies are healthy. There's no fat in them. That's not true. There's no fat in them. It's all fish and lovely puff pastries. Her mom thought pastry was a food group. Seriously, whatever. Anyway, I just think stop painting these women like just self-absorbed and no good for their daughters. I've never actually, you know, thought of my mom in that way. And I'm sure a lot of women haven't thought of their mom in that way. So, whatever. Anyway, so in conclusion, and to summarize everything, actually, before I say that, please leave a feedback on how you feel about your mom. Let's do a poll. Let's do some research, because, you know, we are medics here. So let's do a research. Leave a comment in the comment section about how you feel about your mom. Okay, let's see if all these authors are getting it right. So to conclude everything and to summarize things, I'd say the characters are well defined. You know, they're flawed, which is normal for human beings to be flawed, but they're unique, and the whole thing is moving. You know, one thing I must point out is, how do 3 children not go to school and nobody noticed? Teachers would notice. I'm sure teachers would notice that these children are not in school. So that is a little bit far-fetched. But anyway, yeah, I find them to be unique and stuff. I like Mary. It started off when she was 2, and then she's grown up, and I like her. I do like Jack. He's resilient as well. I find family members and the dad to be a little bit weak. But yeah, and in terms of a similar book, I would say The Boy at the Door. I reviewed that in December, January or something, and The Boy at the Door, I'd say, would be similar. And I think it's similar because it draws on the same type of mom. Like, the mothers are self-absorbed narcissists. And so for that reason, I think, for me, in my head, it's similar to that. And then there's a boy in The Boy at the Door, and then there is Jack in this one, for that reason, yeah. Also, I would give it a 5 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm almost finished. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But I do think we need to breathe life into our relationship with daughters. It's very important that we encourage mother-daughter relationships. So for that reason, I only gave it 5, but I love the book. I found it quite gripping, entertaining. I like the way the author writes. I had a look for her name, and people were giving her rave reviews actually, and saying what a good author she is and all of that. So, but I must say, I don't know of her. I've never heard of her, and this is the first time I'm reading her. Don't ask me where I got the book. Maybe on one of those bookshelves. But I enjoyed it, and it's a Sunday Times bestseller. bestseller. So anyway, so that's my review of Snapped, and I like the fact that it's got the, you know, the cord being snapped in the middle. So thank you for watching me. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section. Hit the notification button as well, and follow me over on Instagram. Come over to Instagram. I always post pictures, a little funny one here and there. I guess that's where the fun is coming in. But I really do need to tell a few stories about a few scenarios that I've had at work, because they can be hilarious, you know. So yes, thank you for watching my video, and I'll catch you again soon.